What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, Niall, the bad boy, more like the church boy, no pun intended. It's just that today we're checking out the song Heaven by Niall. I'm very much looking forward to this. Niall is one of those artists that, like, he can do no wrong musically, and it's so cool to see what he does every time he comes out with new music, which has been a while. There was a moment when we were getting a decent amount of collaborations with Niall, and then, you know, he stepped back to write and do all that stuff kind of behind the scenes, and we really haven't had new music. So obviously when Niall announced that he was going to be putting new music out, I was stoked. Before we get into today's video, I just want to plug my Patreon. If you like Niall, I have a ton of exclusive Niall content, but we're talking full uncut album reactions, watch parties to the making of albums that he's done, the RTE orchestra concert, all that stuff on Patreon. Also, if you like Niall, chances are you like One Direction. I have so much content when it comes to One Direction. So if you guys want to support the channel, link is in the description. All those things out of the way, I'm so excited to dive into this. Niall, give us Heaven. I'm gonna start out that angelic.
Strange light revolves around you. You float across the room. Your touch is made of something heaven can hold a candle to.
Oh, I already love the drums and the mix. There's like a little bit of a, it kind of feels like it's in the background. There's a little bit of like a echo on it. It just feels like the acoustics in that room at the time were so great. And I love when that's kind of like in the background and then we're getting a chance to like hear like the, maybe it's like a tambourine or just a cymbal. There's just a lot of like beauty happening in the instrumental, because then you've got Niall, who's already started the song with these beautiful fucking harmonies, just bringing the song to life right out of the gate. He's just, it truly sounds angelic over this. I'm gonna take it back a little bit.
Can hold a candle to. You're made of something new. Let's not get complicated. Let's just enjoy the view. It's hard to be a human. So much to put an answer to. But that's just what we do. God only knows where this could go. And even if our love starts to grow out of control, then you and me go.
Those backing melodies, oh my god. Okay, I love the idea of the lyrics here. So basically saying like, as humans, we always feel like we need to put meaning, definition, and understand where everything is relative to our life, always. And when that happens, we start trying to look for answers in everything. And what Niall's saying here is like, it's just something that humans do, but I hope that like, I can put those meanings towards this love I have for you, and kind of like where we are in our relationship in like the relativeness of our world. And there's something beautiful there because, you know, I may not be a believer of the things above, but like also no one knows, right? And so like I understand people that want to put answers to these like questions that are asked into the open and we don't know where they're going to be. So a lot of that can be just like a relationship. Dude, vocally, this is so sick. A lot of harmonies. I don't know if you guys are like noticing it, or maybe you've already listened to this a million times, in which case maybe you are, but you can hear those backing vocals. Those runs are so beautiful because even though they're not in sync with what, so they're not like completely harmonizing each word. They really like find a way to have body and harmonize like this entire like lyric line. It's so sick.
I believe I could die in your kiss. Oh, it doesn't get better than this.
I believe I could die in your kiss. It doesn't get better than this. So rather than going out and searching for answers of where I'm supposed to be or where my heart is supposed to go, the world could completely dissipate around me. And as long as I'm here with you, it doesn't matter anymore. In the end, like all of this could end. And even though we don't know what the answer is going to be, I just know that in this moment right now, it's all I need. So sick. That's the best part, that up in flames. Yep, Niall is back. This is what I'm fucking talking about. One thing about Niall is it seems like as his career has grown, he has managed to, you know, take his approach to pop, bringing that soft rock love that he has and, you know, that classic style of rock that he loves, and put all of that into a very, like, pretty package. Like, I'm getting a chance to hear Niall's interpretation of pop rock in a very beautiful way. You know, I feel like what we see with pop music a lot of the times is you either have a lot of instrumentals that are like synthesizer heavy and almost feel like sort of like a dance club kind of thing, and it's fucking awesome, right? We also hear like acoustic driven tracks, which end up being like super badass as well. But I also like the idea of artists coming in and, you know, branching out more into that like soft rock approach, because it's got a lot of soul to it. You hear a lot of the blues coming out in it. And in a song like this, it's one of those love songs that are like an undying, almost tragedy, even though like I think the love is mutual within this track. But I think that it's almost like this ability to put yourself into a possible tragic ending because you just feel like you have found the person that you're connected with and nothing else in the world matters. No, you know, life after this, none of those things matter as much as what's happening right in this moment. And even though you're willing to risk it all and die within that kiss, and that world could go up in like your relationship could go up in flames, heaven won't be the same. Essentially saying, I don't need to find heaven, I'm here right now. So many beautiful pieces to that, and I feel like this is a really great track for Niall to come back. He hasn't really been gone, like he didn't like quit or anything, but I think this is a really great track for him to sort of like reintroduce himself back into the space for, you know, his new era. And I cannot wait for what this album sounds like, because again, you can just hear him getting even stronger and more confident vocally. You can hear his style really coming out even more in a track like this, and it's just fucking beautiful. Like, find you a love that makes you feel like heaven is a place on earth. I love you guys. Make sure to check out Patreon. Ton of exclusive content. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.